Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a debt diary update. I'm so excited to be filming this video. It has been a long time coming. There have been a very few of you who've been waiting to see this video since I have been back on YouTube, so I'm so glad to finally have it here. For those of you who don't know, this is a series that I started on my channel back in 2016, I believe. Probably right around this time. I think the first video went up in June or July of 2016. And basically this is going to document our journey of paying off debt. We have begun paying off debt several times in our married life, but we began again in June or July of 2016, and that is when I decided to start documenting our journey on video so that you guys can come along with us. Just to recap, I'd say we got off to a really good start in the summer of 2016, and then things kind of got a little bit more out of control towards the end of the year. If you go back to watch those videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then the last video that I posted, I believe, was March of last year, 2017. And at that time, we weren't doing very well at all. I think we had gone into a little bit more debt, and we had stopped paying off all of our old debts completely. And that is where I left you. So in this video, I wanted to update you on what has gone on since I've been gone. And of course, we're back at it again. We're wanting to pay off debt again. Before we get too heavily into this video, I want to make a quick disclaimer. And I want to go into a little bit more detail about this in a video that I'm probably going to film. I want to let you know up front that our goal is not to pay off any and all debt forever. It is to simply bring our debt under control. So we're not 100% against using debt. We just want it to be under control so that when we do go into debt, we are able to responsibly pay it off in a reasonable amount of time. And the way that I wanted to start getting my debt under control, obviously, would be to pay off all of our current debt and to kind of start with a clean slate. Once we have all of our debt paid off, it would be a lot easier to save our income for purchases as opposed to using debt. So I do see us saving more money in our future for purchases as opposed to using debt, but that doesn't mean that we are 100% completely against it. Okay, so in the last video, we were left with $34,918.61 worth of debt. We have accumulated, I think we've accumulated just a little bit more than that, and I don't have exact numbers to give you. I'm actually just going to give you kind of an overall number for today. One of the major life changes in our marriage was that I got pregnant, so we did make some changes in our budget to make room for a baby. She was born last December, and in the meantime, we stopped paying off debt and we began trying to save up money so that I could take maternity leave. Maternity leave took place this year, well actually starting at the end of December and ended in March of this year. So our goal was to save up $5,000 for that. $4,000 would be for us to spend while I was out of work, and then the other $1,000 would have been left in there for an emergency fund. And I'm glad to report that we were able to do that. We successfully saved up $5,000 in time for me to take leave, and I was so proud of ourselves for doing that. I do think that we can save money and pay debt off when we are determined to do so. So that would be one of our victories that I wanted to let you know about from last year. Another victory is that we paid off our truck loan. One of the things that we did to free up our income was we consolidated a lot of our smaller credit cards by taking out an equity loan. So we have moved a lot of debt around, but we really haven't decreased any of our debt. Once we consolidated all of our loans with the equity loan, we then paid off our truck payment, and that was another victory of ours that we had. We were very excited about. A couple of setbacks, if you will, were the medical bills that we now owe for the birth of our baby, and we did purchase an SUV, or we did finance an SUV so that we could have a family car. So I think that pretty much recaps last year. I wanted to now give you our new debt numbers, and I'm going to be a little bit more harsher with myself this go around than I was before, or at least a little bit, at least on camera. I'll show you how I break down our debt, just how I typically view it every day, because I don't look at the one large number. I think that would be very intimidating if I had to look at that number all the time. I will share that number with you today, but I will also show you how I look at it. So I'm going to shock you with our total debt payoff number. That is, are you ready? That is $100,346.01. That is our grand total of debt, excluding our mortgages. We have two mortgages. One is for a rental property. We did actually live in the home for a couple of years, but we moved out and we use it as a rental property now. So that mortgage is roughly around $130,000. And then our current house that we live in is around $35,000. I do not count those when I consider our debt. And the reason is simply because it's either going to be the last thing that we pay off, or it's going to be something that we choose not to pay off at all. Part of our reason for having no interest in paying off the rental home right now is because it is making an income, so it sort of pays for itself right now. I would, however, like to pay off our current house if we continue to live in it, simply because the debt is so small. Okay, so let's go backwards a little bit. The total $100,000, I wanted to kind of let you guys know what all that included. That included our credit card. Okay, that included our two credit cards that we do have left, our new SUV loan, our new medical bills, our equity loan, and my student loans. So on my computer, I have all of our debts listed out, and I have them all separated. I don't have our grand total listed on there. I actually have a lot of the smaller debts written out so that I can see them and be more excited towards paying off a smaller debt rather than looking at a really large number. So the way that I divide it up is I count our two credit cards and our SUV as the more so kind of frivolous debt, and I have that number separate. That is the number that I want to pay off first and foremost, and that number is $32,984.15. Then after that, I have our medical bills listed, which is $3,912.23, and then I have listed separately our equity loan, which is $36,927.84. And then I have my student loans listed separately as well, which is $26,521.79. So all of those numbers, excluding our two mortgages, equals the $100,000, $346 and 1 penny. So I want to inform you guys that I have started a new series here on my channel. It's going to be the Budget With Me series. In that series, each month I want to sit down and bring you our monthly budget. I have already done so for the month of July, if you'd like to go back and watch it. And in those videos, I hope to bring you a little bit more details as far as what we're paying off each month and how we're coming up with the money to do that. And then for these videos, I want to keep them more strictly about what we've paid off and what we still have left to pay off. Okay, so let me kind of give you what our plan is for right now, kind of our short-term plan. Obviously, our long-term plan is to pay all this off. So our longer short-term plan would be to pay off the credit cards and the car loan first. Our first goal, however, is to pay off the medical bills, simply because that is our smallest debt right now. I sat down recently and refigured our budgets so that we would have an extra amount of money each month to put towards our debt. The way that I did that was I cut back as many corners as I could to allow ourselves to have a significant amount of money to put on debt each month. And that significant amount of money for me was an average of $500 a month. I really don't want any less than that going on our debt because I feel like it's not moving it. I feel like $500 a month is a good lump sum to have on hand for debt. So, having said that, I've sat down and reviewed our bills for the month of July, which is in my Budget With Me July video. So in that video, I estimated that we should have around $800 left over at the end of this month. Assuming that that number is still accurate at the end of the month, that is the amount of money that we hope to pay on our medical bills this month. So, and that would be along with our $200 monthly payment as well. I think that's it. So now that I have given you our updated new total debt number and an idea of what we plan to pay off not only this month but the upcoming months, I will be back to update you. I think I want to try to come back at least once a month to kind of give you guys an update on how our debt is going, whether we pay anything off or whether we don't. Because I don't want the videos to get confusing and seem out of order. Now that you have an idea of what our new plan is, I hope to see you back here next month for August. And I will let you know how much we paid on debt this month and how much we probably hope to pay in the month of August. But for right now, that is going to complete this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any comments or suggestions down below. I really do enjoy your feedback, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.